My name is Jeremy McDowell, and on the outside, everything looks normal. But on the inside, I'm battling with depression. Looking back now, definitely is something I've dealt with at some points in my childhood and dealt with early on in our marriage and through several years, but I never really got the proper help. And it wasn't until post-COVID, coming through the pandemic, I was going through acquisition of the company that I own. And in December of 2020, I sold that company. Even though at the age of 43, it's supposed to be the pinnacle of success from being able to sell your business and have some runway in life, but the reality of it is on the inside, I was torn up, and I had no idea why. And so it was really that episode of selling my business and that episode of loss that I really spiraled out of control.
I think that in the beginning, it created some distance. I think that neither of us knew exactly what was going on or how to handle the different emotions and feelings. Sometimes I didn't know he was struggling with the depression, the anxiety, and I thought maybe he was angry, upset, just uninterested in what was going on. So navigating through all those different emotions, then you become sad too because you don't realize it all. And even when you're sad, I think sometimes you can still become angry and upset because you can take things personal.
Because I would not want my family to see how I felt, I would just drive and I would just cry. I've rented a couple hotel rooms just to lay in bed, just to lay in a fetal position and just bawl my eyes out. I've always been told behind every face there's a story unfolding. And for the most part, things have gone, on the outside pretty good for me. It wasn't until this episode that things just began to spiral in a way that I couldn't control. It really wasn't until the end of 2021 that Carrie and I both knew we needed professional help around us. And it was that when we enrolled in some counseling sessions and then also found ourselves a psychiatrist, and we've been on that journey now the last 18 months.
I think there's a lot of emotions and there's been lots of highs and lows. As with anything, any sickness, there's different feelings and emotions. There's days that you're happy because it's not as bad. There's days that you're very scared and sad because it seems like a really bad day. Each day is just a day, and that day is going to pass, and tomorrow's going to be a new day. And just trying to get strength from God, His Word, and letting Him guide us. Just remembering that and knowing that that day is going to pass, and a new day will be here.
If you're battling depression or any type of mental illness, you've got to get the proper help. That can look different for everybody, but you've got to find a professional team around you of psychologists, psychiatrists. We've got a great resource here at the church with the care center. You've got to get plugged into an A2 community. You've got to find a way to get outside and get some sun. And you've got to bring your family along in this journey. I'm worthless.
Jeremy is loved.
I'm not good enough.
Jeremy is important to me and the rest of the family.
I'm invisible.
He's the rock to our
People even know I'm here.
He is a
I'm here
very
in
supportive
flesh,
husband.
But
I
there's
love
no
him
part of me
with
that
all my
has
heart.
any emotional connection.
I know that he loves me as well.
Isolated.
He's not alone.
Abandoned.
We're there side by side with him, and we always will be.
Hurt.
Through the good and the ugly.